Yes, very good morning, all of you. Good morning, Devannoy, Anubhav, and Atreya. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you all listen to me? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Good morning,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so let us continue. I guess few more students are about to join, so let me allow them. Okay, I think Show Mario and Biprodeep, both of them joined right now. Good morning to both of you. Welcome to the live class. I guess my voice is audible to all of you, and I hope so you all can listen to me. Now I will be
Good morning, sir.
yes, good morning. So I will be revising tenses. Okay, and one important thing, it's a kind request that everyone should give the attendance, and please interact with me when I will be discussing tenses with all of you. It's a very easy lesson in grammar. You all have done it earlier. So it will be a revision because in your term 1, tenses, determinants, all these things are there. So I will be discussing tenses today, though I had revised it earlier with you all. So now I am sharing the screen. Please make sure that you all can see it. Okay, wait, I am sharing the screen right now. It will be processed shortly. Yes, now the screen has been shared. Now I will be showing you the content. Okay, please stay online. Let me show you the content. Yes, the content will be visible right now. I guess the content is visible, and I do feel like you all can see it. Wait, let me just
Yes, sir.
scroll it up. Yes, I guess all of you can see it. So I will be just giving you some preliminary information because basically tenses are something that you know, but in when you will be doing gap filling, okay, at that time also the proper application of tenses are required. That means if you have a good knowledge related with tenses and the classification of tenses, then it will be very easy for all of you. Okay, so as you can see, I have given the heading CBSE Class 11 English Grammar Tenses, isn't it? Now let us read these 3 sentences first. Of course, I hope it will be very clear to you all. It is very easy also, and previously also when I did this with you all interacted with me, so I hope so today also you will be interacting with me. Okay, now please concentrate on the very first sentence. At the top it is written, read the following sentences carefully. Okay, so let us read. First one is written, I play tennis every day. Okay, second sentence is written, we played a match yesterday. Third one is written, they will play with us tomorrow. Okay, so 3 sentence, and obviously the verb form is different as we can see. Now if we concentrate on the first sentence, what is written, I play tennis every day. Here the verb play, okay, as I have highlighted right now, it refers to present time. Okay, wait, I guess there is someone on the line. Let me allow. Okay, so I am moving on once again. Yes, so the verb play refers to the present time. If you concentrate on the second one, we played a match yesterday. Okay, here the verb played refers to past time. Now if you concentrate on the third one, the third important sentence, they will play with us tomorrow. Here the verb will play refers to the future time. Okay, so see, the first one, play, refers to present time, played refers to past time, will play or shall play. You can write shall also, you can write will also. It is exactly the same, dear students. So will play or shall play it refers to future time. Three simple examples to define the three forms of tenses. Okay, present, past and future. Thus, we can come to the conclusion that verb may refer to present time, it can refer to past time, or it may refer to future time also. Okay, so is there any doubt up to this, or is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? Have you all understood up to this? So I am moving on then. Is Devannoy and others, is there any problem up to this, or is it clear to all of you? This basic.
Yes, clear.
Okay,
Sir,
fine.
clear.
Okay, fine. So now basically there are three main divisions. Okay, and remember tense is related with time. So we can say time divisions. Okay, see, main time divisions. What is that? Present, past and future. Okay, and these three are the three important categories of tenses. Okay, three main blocks of tenses you can say: the present tense, the past tense and the future tense. Now obviously there are some subdivision also, we'll come to that very shortly. Now remember one thing, I have given in asterisk sign also. Depending on the interest and attitude of the speaker, tenses are divided as simple tense, continuous or progressive tense, perfect tense, perfect continuous tense. Now this is the the division, the four divisions. Okay, now this is depending on the interest and the attitude of the speaker. These are the four divisions. Now it can be present, it can be related with past, it can be related with future also. Okay, now remember one thing, this classification takes into account both form and function. Okay, remember, very very important, this classification. Now it can be simple, it can be it can be related with the simple present tense, it can be related with the simple past tense, simple future tense, but whatever it is, these four divisions are very important and it takes into account both form and function. These two things are very very important. It takes into account both form and function. Okay, now these four subdivisions of each tense clearly indicate the stage of action. Remember these four divisions that I had shown you right now, 1 2 3 4, that is indefinite or simple tense, continuous or progressive tense, perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. Okay, now remember one thing, these four subdivisions of each tense clearly indicate the stage of action. Okay, now these are some points that you have to remember. Practically I have given today in the Google form 15 MCQs related with tense. Okay, and I request all of you to check it out and to solve it, and I hope that you can. But if you read this particular content that I had already shared in the Google Classroom, later in the WhatsApp I will be sharing it, I don't think like it will be a huge problem in solving those 15 questions. Okay, and obviously you can do the self evaluation also, because automatically you can get the answers. It has been done in that way. Okay, now having said that, now the four subdivisions of each tense clearly indicate the stage of action, as I told you. Now remember, the simple form actually states the action. Remember, it does not say anything about the completion of the action, whether it is complete or not. Now it can be simple future, it can be simple past, it can be simple present, whatever it is. Remember, the simple form actually states the action. Now you won't be getting to know whether the action is complete or not. That information you won't be getting. Now continuous, what does the term suggest? That the action is still in progress. See, the action is in progress, or rather to say, the action is still in progress, that is, it is still going on. And what is the perfect? The perfect form indicates that the action has been completed. Okay, that is the meaning of the term perfect. So the perfect form indicates that the action has been completed. Okay, there is no more action, the action has been totally done or totally completed. But if there is the perfect continuous form, what does it shows? It shows that the action which began some time before is still in progress. The action that has started some time before, at this time also it is still going on. Okay, I guess there is someone, let me allow. Yes, I think Auditro joined us right now. Good morning, welcome to the class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So Auditro, is the screen visible to you? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I am discussing tenses. I am revising rather. So as I was talking about the simple form, whether it can be simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense, just remember the simple form simply states the action, nothing else. It does not say anything about the completion of the action. Now whether the action is complete or not, it does not state anything regarding that. It simply states the action. The continuous form indicates that the action is still in progress. That is, this line is important, as I was referring few minutes earlier, that the action is still going on. Okay, and the perfect form, what does it indicates? The perfect form indicates that the action has been completed. Okay, that is something very important. Okay, the perfect form indicates that the action has been completed. Okay, and the perfect continuous, what does it shows? What does it indicates? The perfect continuous form shows that the action which began sometime before is still in progress. The action that started sometime before, okay, at this present moment it is still in progress. That is the meaning of the term perfect continuous. And remember, as I told you, tense is very much associated with time. Okay, now some more instructions for you all to remember. Just remember, dear students, the tense of a verb not only shows the time of an action or event, but also the state of an action. Now the tense of a verb has two important application. Okay, number one, not only it shows the time of an action or event, that obviously it shows. Not only it states about the time of an action or event, but also the state of an action, that is also been referred by the tense of a verb. That means the two important characteristics of the tense of a verb is that not only the time of an action or event is depicted, but also the state of an action is also mentioned at the same time. Okay, now in other words, what we can say, we may say that tense is the form of a verb which shows the time at which an event occurs. Remember, whenever we talk about tense, we talk about time. Okay, I guess I made myself very clear. I am repeating once again, whenever we talk about tense, dear students, we talk about time. Okay, so tense is what? It is the form of a verb which shows the time at which an event occurs, and whether that particular action is completed or it is still going on, or is it incomplete. See, as I told you, tense is time. Now obviously it is the form of a verb which shows the time at which an event occurs. Okay, at which an event occurs, and also the degree of completeness or incompleteness of the event, whether the event is completed or whether the event is still incomplete or it is still in progress, we can get to know. Okay, and obviously it will be more clearer when we will be highlighting, or rather when we will be discussing, or when we will be reading about the form of the tenses. Just remember, it shows the time at which an event occurs. Okay, that is something very important. You can define it at number one. And what does and apart from that, the degree of completeness or incompleteness of the event, that one also is been defined, or that one also we can get to know from the tense. Okay, because tense is ultimately a form of a verb. Okay, and it shows two important things. I'm repeating once again: the time at which an event occurs, that is number one, and the next one, the degree of completeness or incompleteness of the event, that is also been referred with the help of a tense. Okay, now the important thing is that I am moving on to the next important content. Okay, by the way, all these important rules and regulations, are it clear to all of you? Is there any doubt? Is it clear? Is there any confusion? Okay, fine. So let us move on then. Now we will be highlighting simple present tense or present tense first, then we will be moving on to past tense, and finally we will be moving on to future tense. Now very carefully you look at the sentence, the first one. I write a letter. It is in which tense? It is in simple present tense. I am writing a letter. It is in which tense? It is in present continuous tense. I have written a letter. It is in which tense? It is in present perfect tense. I have been writing a letter since 7 a.m. It is in which tense? It is in present perfect continuous tense. Okay, these things are very, very important. I repeat one more time. Look at the sentence structure, that will make it clear to you that it is in which form. If it is in present tense it is in which form, whether it is in simple present tense, whether it is in present continuous, present perfect, or present perfect continuous, that if you see the sentence properly, it will be very clear to you. I write a letter. This is in simple present tense. I am writing a letter. It is in present continuous. Can any one of you say what is am here? Yes, I am highlighted right now. I am writing a letter. Can any one of you say what is am here? Am. I am writing a letter. Who can say? Atreya, you can say. Devannoy, can you say? I am writing a letter. What is am here? Yes? Very simple. Have you heard about auxiliary verb or helping verb? It is that. Okay. I am writing a letter. It is in present continuous. I have written a letter. It is in present perfect. I have been writing a letter since 7 a.m. That means he started writing a letter from 7 a.m. He is still continuing with that. Okay. So it is in present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Very, very important. If you can follow the timeline properly, if you can follow the structure of the sentence, the pattern of the sentence, I won't think it will be a big difficulty for you all. And see the verbs. Okay, just the verbs here in the above sentences, all are referred to present times, but obviously their forms are different. Okay, therefore all these sentences are in the present times. Whether I write a letter, I am writing a letter, I have written a letter, I have been writing a letter since 7 a.m. All these are in present time. And since all these sentences are in present times, these sentences are in present tense. But obviously their form is different. If I say I am writing a letter, it is in present continuous. If I say I have written a letter, it is in present perfect. If I say I have been writing a letter since 7 a.m., it is in present perfect continuous tense. Okay, this is something very important. They are all in present tense, but their form is different as far as the sentence goes. Okay, now similarly past tense, it has 4 forms. If I say very simply I wrote a letter yesterday, it is in simple past. If I say I was writing a letter at that moment, it is in past continuous. If I say I had written before you came, this sentence is in past perfect tense. And if I say I had been writing letters all day yesterday, it is an example of past perfect continuous tense. See, basically, dear students, all these four examples are in past tense, but obviously there is some classification in past tense, as you know: simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Basically, overall, all these four sentences are in past tense, but related with their form. Okay, they are one sentence is in simple past tense, another one, depending on the structure and the way it has been constructed, the other one is in past continuous, similarly the other one is in past perfect, and the last one, number 4, it is in past perfect continuous tense. Okay, these things you have to know depending on the form. Okay, depending on the sentence construction. Definitely all are in past tense, but we have to go by the classification, and exactly we have to say that past tense, it is well and good, but what sort of a past tense? Past simple past, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous, that thing we have to clarify, right? So I guess these four examples are very much clear to all of you. Now the important thing that I will be showing to all of you, see here it is written the future tense. The future tense also has four forms. Number 1, I shall write to you tomorrow, it is in simple future. If I say I shall be writing on reaching home, it is future continuous. Okay, I have given a chart also. If you can follow the chart, it will be much more easier. I shall have written a letter by evening. Remember, this is an example of future perfect tense. And obviously, another one, I shall have been writing for an hour before you arrive. This is an example of future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so see, all are basically all the sentences or the examples that has been displayed in front of you, all are related with future tense, but as far as the classification is concerned, their form is different. First one is in simple future, I shall be writing. I told you that you can write shall or you can write will, both are exactly same, there is no change in meaning also. I shall be writing on reaching home, this is in future continuous. Then if I say I shall have written a letter by evening, it is in future perfect tense. If I say that I shall have been writing, see, have been, you can write I will have been writing for an hour, I shall have been writing for an hour. Now have been, have written, it is in future perfect. Have been writing, it is in future perfect continuous. Okay, for an hour before you arrive, it is actually written in future perfect continuous tense. Okay, now the important thing is that there is a chart that I have prepared. I guess this chart is visible to all of you. Can you all see this chart, dear students? Is this chart visible to all of you? As you can see, 5 columns I have given. First of all, please confirm me whether this chart is visible, Devannoy and others. Okay, fine. If you read this one also, okay, if you read this one, then also your concept will be clear. Okay, and see, column, I haven't mentioned the column. Suppose this is column A, this is column B, column C, D and E. We know there are 3 tenses: present, past and future. We know that with each tense there are 4 important classifications, like simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Okay, now simple present, we can write write or writes. Okay, am writing, is writing, are writing. In continuous form we can use this type of, we can use this type of format, or rather to say this type of formula: am writing, is writing, are writing. All these 3 are applicable. And in case of present perfect, it will be has written, have written. Okay, and perfect continuous, it will be has been writing, have been writing. Remember, if you can remember this chart, there won't be much problem in solving gap filling MCQs related with tenses. Okay, now past, in case of past tense, see, it is written wrote. Okay, then continuous was writing, were writing. Perfect had written, and perfect continuous had been writing. Okay, and in case of future, future simple will be shall write or will write. Continuous will be shall be writing, will be writing. Okay, I told you that you can use shall also, you can use will also. Okay, in case of future perfect you can write shall have written, will have written. Okay, in case of future perfect continuous you can write shall have been writing, will have been writing. Okay, this is something very important. Okay, shall have been writing, will have been writing. Okay, and future perfect shall have written, will have written. Future continuous shall be writing, will be writing. Simple future shall write, will write. Okay, so I hope so that this particular format is clear to all of you. Okay, now the important thing is that I am revising once again what we have learned today in the class. First of all, we learned about tenses, and obviously we have learnt about that that present tense is there. We have learned past tense, we have learned about future tense. Then obviously if we concentrate on this example, what we have learned, I play tennis every day. This is it is in present time. Okay, we played a match yesterday, it is in past times. They will play with us tomorrow, it is in future time. Then what we have learnt, this thing is very important. I am revising this thing as again, that depending on the interest and attitude of the speaker, tenses are divided as indefinite or simple tense, okay, continuous or progressive, perfect tense, and most importantly perfect continuous tense. Now it can be either it can be either present, past or future. But remember, whatever it will be, but these four categories are applicable to the three main divisions of tenses, whether it is present, past or future. Indefinite or simple tense, continuous or progressive, perfect tense and perfect continuous. Now it depends on the interest and attitude of the speaker. And remember, the classification, this above classification takes into account both form and function. Okay. And remember, this thing is important. The simple form simply states the action, nothing else. You won't be able to know whether that action is completed or not. The continuous, on the other hand, indicates that the action is in progress, that is, it is still going on. The perfect indicates that the action has been totally completed. And the perfect continuous shows that the action which began sometime before, it is still progress, that is, it is still going on. Okay, now these are the four important major classification. Now depends on the tense, whether present, past and future. Okay, I mean that thing will be related with this major classification only. Now it can be present perfect continuous. Okay, it can be past perfect continuous, future simple future continuous, like that. Now as I told you, in case of past tense has also four forms, just like present tense has four forms, like I write a letter, I am writing a letter, present continuous, then present perfect continuous, I have written a letter, I have been writing a letter, that is present perfect continuous. I told you already, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Similarly, past also has four forms. I wrote a letter yesterday, simple past. I was writing a letter at that moment. I had written before you came, and finally I had been writing letters all day yesterday. So simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. The criteria remains the same, but the form of the tense changes. Sometimes it can be all categorized within the present tense, sometimes it can be all categorized within the past tense, sometimes it can be categorized within the future tense, just like here also. I shall write to you tomorrow, it is in simple future. I shall be writing on reaching home, future continuous. I shall have written a letter by evening, it is in future perfect tense. and I shall have been writing for an hour before you arrive. It is in future perfect continuous tense. So as I told you, the main divisions will be related to these four things. Okay, that depends on the this four I was talking about. Just a minute. Yes, this four, it depends on the interest and attitude of the speaker. Indefinite or simple, continuous or progressive, perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. Okay, these things are very, very important. Now it can be simple, it can be past, it can be present, it can be past, it can be future, but the main four divisions is this. Now it depends on the classification of tenses, whether it is the present tense, whether it is the past tense, or whether it is the future tense. Okay, now finally the chart, I am just repeating the chart. Tense, simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. In case of present tense, simple form, it can be write or writes. Continuous, am writing, is writing, are writing. Okay, anyone is applicable. Okay, depending on the structure of the sentence. Present perfect, has written, have written. Perfect continuous, has been writing, have been writing. Okay, now tense, past, simple past, wrote. Past continuous, it will be was writing, were writing. Past perfect, it will be had written, and past perfect continuous will be had been writing. Okay, and now the future one, dear students, you can see shall write, will write. Continuous, shall be writing, will be writing. Perfect, shall have written, will have written. And finally future perfect continuous, the structure will be related like this: shall have been writing, or you can write will have been writing. So remember, this flow chart or this tense chart will help you, and of course the examples, and I have already referred to it, and obviously present tense, past tense and future tense, that part also I had discussed at length. I guess it is clear to all of you, and 15 MCQs I have given in Google form. Kindly do it. Okay, obviously if you understand, if you understood this one tenses, then obviously I am very much confident you can do it. Okay, those 15 questions, and please do it and submit by today itself. Automatically you can see your answers, okay, in the Google form. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe. Have a nice day, and see you all on Monday. Thank you. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.